Hi guys, this is Ravi from the Nifty BN channel. It's Saturday, August 29th. Time again for another technical outlook video on the Nifty 50 index. The bulls were in the driver's seat last week, helping the index to inch gradually higher. The index is now just about 6% lower than its all-time high of 12,430 set on January 20th, 2020. So what can you expect going forward? Tune into the video to know the details. Want to meet like-minded traders and discuss option strategies, adjustments and more? Just type in Discuss Nifty in your Telegram search box and join the friendly trader community. We are looking at the daily chart of the Nifty 50 index. The Nifty 50 index last week continuously formed a near perfect higher low, higher high pattern on the daily time scale and has successfully managed to close the 11,433 11,536 gap resistance area formed on February 28, 2020 and also above the psychological level of 11,500, thereby continuing its bull run. The 11,750 11,850 weekly resistance levels will pose stiff resistance to the market going into the next week, while support will come in at 11,350 11,400 levels. The India Volatility Index India VIX declined further on Friday by 2.9% to 18.35. A low India VIX value suggests that the market expects minimal change. The market breadth on the NSE showed 986 declines against 599 advances. Nifty PSU Bank was the top performing index. In fact, Bank Nifty outperformed Nifty, with financial stocks contributing most of the gains in the index. The daily RSI stood at 71.16. It has marked a fresh 14-period high, which is again a bullish indication. But since the index has entered the overbought zone, the upside potential might remain capped. Profit booking can also come because of this, but a significant correction is not imminent as long as FII inflows are strong. You might want to take a buy position if there is an upside breakout of the 11,750, 11,850 levels and a sell position if there is a downside breakout of the 11,400, 11,350 levels. As always, I recommend the low risk, bullish installment caller strategy for those who wish to go long and the bearish installment caller strategy for those who wish to go short. You will find a link to the video in the description. Now let's look at one of the common mistakes made by beginners when they start trading options. On the other side of the video, we will look at the option chain analysis. Mistake number 8. Trying to master all trading strategies. The key to trading is becoming a master of a few strategies, not all. In order to truly excel as a trader, we need to focus on a few trading strategies and learn the nuances that can help avoid stress, anxiety, confusion, and ambiguity involved with trying to do everything at once. We need to identify strategies that suit our risk tolerance or schedule, backtest them, and only then apply them to the live market environment. Remember that you are here to make money and not be a know-all. As a beginner, you should stay away from complex strategies with multiple legs, as these would be tough to enter and exit. In my trading account, I just implement the following trading strategies. Bullish installment caller on the Nifty 50 index, only at the right levels, that is, when Nifty is at a long-term support zone and or in an oversold state. Cash secured puts on selected stocks, that is, only on the stocks that are sector leaders and or a part of the Nifty 50 index. Short butterfly on Bank Nifty but only on certain occasions. That is, only during earning calls of major constituents of the Bank Nifty index every quarter or during major RBI announcements. Data is scattered at various strikes since it's the beginning of a new series. Now let's look at the option chain of September 24th monthly expiry. On the put side, it is evident that maximum open interest stood at 11,000, followed by 11,500 and followed by 10,500 levels. While on the call side, maximum open interest was at 12,000, followed by 11,500 and followed by 11,800 levels. For identifying strikes where there was significant option writing, we have to skip at the money strikes and identify those strikes with a positive change of open interest. It is evident that on the call side, there was significant writing at 12,000 and then 12,500 levels. And on the put side, significant writing was seen at 11,600 and then 11,300 levels. For identifying strikes where there was significant option unwinding, we have to identify those strikes with a negative change of open interest. It is evident that on the call side, there was a significant unwinding at 11,500 and 11,300 levels. And on the put side, significant unwinding was seen at 11,000 and 10,800 levels. This indicates there is a potential resistance at 12,000 levels and a potential support at 11,200 levels. So the trading range can be between 12,000 to 11,200. Now to pivot points. Weekly pivot points are theoretical support and resistance levels based on the previous week's high, low and close values. Last week's high, low and close values are 11,686, 11,416 and 11,647. Based on these values, 11,583 is the pivot point. 11,750, 11,852 and 12,019 are resistance levels and 11,480, 11,313 and 11,211 are support levels for this week. Most of the momentum indicators are still in the buy mode, and for me, the index, though in an overbought territory, is still a buy on dips. So any correction or pullback in the market should be considered as a buying opportunity. Thank you for watching. Please post any questions you have in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. To find us on Twitter and Telegram, use the username NiftyBN. Also, I post some of my trades to the community tab, so don't forget to check that from time to time.